This is how I play the game! Oh my god! What the fuck?
Holy shit! That is an epic fucking intro, dude.
And I have to warn everyone, warning, what you may see right now is going to be absolutely disgusting.
Okay, outside of that, the only other thing is the monthly sub goal. We are still trying to hit it, guys, you know, and I know our subs have been up and down and up and down. We still need about 65 subs to hit it. The monthly sub goal reward is the Rageathon. Fast food is healthy.
So, WickedMan36 tipped me $1. Are you ready for this? This is a hilarious troll tip that I will respond to. He says, quick question. After years of vague denials and half-effort explanations, when are you going to come clean about the truth about your AdSense account?
I've told you guys the truth a million times. Just because you don't believe me doesn't mean that it's not true.
The truth of the matter is, years and years and years ago, 2010, my AdSense account was suspended. Not closed, but suspended for suspected violations of the terms of service. In particular, I think it was invalid click activity. They felt that people were either going in and clicking on the ads excessively, or I was doing it. It wasn't ever clear. When I attempted to get more information from YouTube about it, they would never respond nor clarify the situation. They just said, your account is suspended. I just want to say thanks a lot to everyone. I hope to entertain you in the future. Please go to my partner channel, The King of Hate HD, and click on the ads that show up on the videos there, because hopefully, you know, fingers crossed, that actually starts giving me some money back for what I'm doing. I mean, it's not cheap to do what I'm doing. I bought a lot of games, a lot of equipment.
And by the way, again, I'm going to say this, guys, don't believe any of the bullshit people say about AdSense and me in the past. The bottom line is, I have a valid AdSense account. I've had a valid AdSense account for over 5+ years. It's perfectly fine to run ads on and put on any YouTube channel I want. There's nothing, it's in good standing with YouTube. It's not in any violation of YouTube's terms of service. It's 100% kosher and fine. Don't believe any of the nonsense that people make up about it. It's fine, okay?
Okay? Now, they never unsuspended it until many years later. And then many years later, they did unsuspend it, okay? In the meantime, they actually rebooted the whole AdSense program and changed all the criteria for the stuff anyway. So in reality, that thing that I had been suspended for years and years ago didn't even apply anymore. Like, they didn't have, that was, yes, that's a criteria, but they actually have better ways to detect it now. So over the years, at some point, without telling me, they just unsuspended my account because they realized that it was bullshit, that it never should have been suspended to begin with, okay? So that's the truth of the matter, is that my AdSense account was suspended erroneously, and then years later, they fixed the issue and unsuspended it. That's it, and I've explained this before many times, and people don't seem to believe me. They think that I'm full of shit. They think that I made, like, accounts under other people's names and shit. None of that's true. None of that is true whatsoever. They're just people making shit up, completely pulling shit out of their own assholes to try to say that I'm some kind of underhanded guy or whatever. They have no evidence of any of it because it's not true.
Why? First of all, why does anyone care? How is it anyone's fucking business? It's no one's business whatsoever.
So it's hilarious. He says, oh, years of vague denials and half-effort explanations. No. The reality is I've told you the full story a million times, but you just don't believe it. Just because you don't choose to believe it doesn't mean that it's not true. It just means that you're stupid.
Why am I toxic? More toxic, more toxic.
So congratulations, WickedMan36. Thank you for the cheer. Thank you for the tip, excuse me, and you're stupid. Jose Cuervo 527 did a $1 tip, and he says, I watched some of your old condo and house tour vids. Why'd you spend so much money on statues and action figures and collector's editions of games? I feel like if you had saved or invested some, you would be better now financially. Well, first of all, truth of the matter is, I did save and invest. At that point in my life, I had a lot of money because I was making the crazy-ass YouTube ad revenue at the time, and I did save and invest money. I wasn't just blowing every dollar that came into the place. But I did spend money frivolously on certain things. Action figures, no, I didn't really buy action figures, but I did buy a lot of collectible statues that I used to decorate the condo back then. Collector's editions of games, quite frankly, were good investments. And the reason I say that was because back then I had a series on YouTube called Release Day Unboxing. Okay, and that series was very popular. Every time that a new game came out, I would buy the collector's edition of the game, and I would live unbox it on camera and immediately upload that to YouTube. So basically, as soon as you could get your hands on a collector's edition of a video game, I would be uploading an unboxing of it to YouTube. I was one of the few people who was able to get those unboxings live right up on YouTube right away. And back in the day, they got ridiculous amounts of views, and I made a lot of money on those unboxings. I'm not exaggerating when I tell you guys, most of the time when I did an unboxing video, it actually paid for the cost of the game by itself, if not more. Okay, I mean, you're talking, sometimes I would get 50,000 views on an unboxing video, and with the ad revenue how it was back then, you're talking that would make hundreds of dollars. Okay, so, wow, Phil bought this, you know, crazy deluxe edition of Skyrim with a giant dragon statue. Yeah, but I paid for it with the video. You know what I mean? I actually used the stuff that was in the collector's edition for content, and it made money. It paid for itself, okay? The statues, not so much. I never did videos on the statues. You basically just saw the statues in my condo during filming and when, you know, other things going on. So, they did act as decoration for the setting, but for the most part, those were just personally for me. And I'll be honest, yeah, I spent a lot of money on them, but at the same time, alright, no, I didn't spend tens of thousands of dollars on these statues.
I'm good at lying.
To the point where people think, my God, Phil blew through his YouTube fortune so quickly on frivolous crap. It's not the case. You know, I did own a lot of collectibles, don't get me wrong, but it was a drop in the bucket of the money that I was making at the time. I was making so much crazy money on YouTube for about 2-3 years. So, you know, at the time, it wasn't necessarily, it didn't feel like a waste. Of course, today, I'm stuck with all these statues sitting in a storage nook in my house here when I could use the money to pay bills, and I'm frustrated about it, of course. But, you know, that's life.
I'm a mature adult with a business degree.
Yeah, as they say, hindsight is 20/20, right? Sure, if I had known that YouTube was going to make insanely bad decisions with their business, ruin the ad revenue model, and make it so that people couldn't be full-time YouTubers anymore, yeah, I probably wouldn't have spent any money like that on statues. If I had known that I never would be able to resell the damn things after trying so hard for the past few, you know, years, when I need the money and not being able to sell them, yeah, I probably wouldn't have bought them. But that's, hindsight is 20/20, right? Now I know that. There's no way I would have known that back then. Back then, things were so crazy positive with YouTube. The sky was the limit, you know? Who knew what the limit was, or what I could make, or my reach, or how many people would watch me? It was pretty incredible back then.
This kind of shit needs to come out. This kind of shit needs to be exposed for what it is. It's greed. It's greed. Greed is massively strong. I have no fucking self-control. You know, it's just talk about complete immaturity and lack of any kind of fucking self-consciousness. You know, I'll be very honest, in my early days of YouTube, this is being meek, very upfront with all of you because we have nothing to do while this loads. I felt that power. I did. I had people, they would come up to me at a convention. You know, you'd see it in their eyes when you met them that, like, they were enamored with you because you were an internet celebrity, and you're like, Jesus, I've got, like, this fucking clout and this control to make people who are, you know, it's just nuts. In a lot of ways, nuts to me. Okay, it is crazy that anyone would have that kind of fucking power from just making videos on the internet or being someone who's in front of a fucking camera every day. There were girls who would come up to me and be like, oh my God, I feel it, blah, blah, blah. I was like, Jesus Christ, like, these girls, you can tell in their heads, they're like, oh my God, they looking up to me, and, you know, it's nuts. It's nuts. I'm sure there were guys too like that, you know what I mean? But you see what I mean? Like, and then there's these content creators just blatantly use that shit to fucking use their power to abuse people and to fuck with people, and that's not right, man. That shit's not right at all. At all. Ask people for fucking nudes over the internet and shit. It's like, Jesus Christ, man. People talk about how fucked up you could be in your head. The fucking ideas these people get in their fucking heads, they're nuts. They're nuts. And by the way, I should say, not to say, that people didn't throw themselves at me, because there were quite a few people who they wanted, can I get to know you? Can I hang out with you? Can I send you pictures? Can I do this? And I'm like, oh, Jesus. I think I'm going to take a step back from that shit. I'm just here to play a game and have fun and maybe make a couple bucks doing it. I don't need to fucking be involved in any of that shit, you know? But that's what I mean. Some people, They get caught up in that, and that's what I mean. Like power does corrupt. Power changes you.
You know, but that was a different time. That was a different generation of viewers. That was a different audience, a different culture. That was before SJW culture hit. It was before a lot of things happened. Okay. All right. Pragmatic Tactician just did 110-bit cheers. I think it is a bit messed up. People call you an old man because you do not get the whole wish list system or memes. Makes me confused. It's not that I don't get it. It's that they just don't fucking work. The wish list does not work. The wish list for digital items doesn't work. It doesn't send the item to me. It sends it to the person who bought it, and then they have to email me the code. It's stupid. That's not me not getting the system. That's the system not working, being outdated. The system was created for physical items, not for digital items.
Like, I guess I'm too old for that shit. Maybe I'm just an old fart. I am.
Memes, it's because I don't care about them. You know, I understand a good meme is funny, and it could be something popular that you can talk about on the internet and feel like a community group if you all understand the same meme or whatever. At the same time, I don't spend a lot of time on them. There's some people like their whole fucking life is memes. This is what they do. And especially when people bring memes into my streams that aren't about me, how the fuck am I supposed to know what they are?
Be like, oh, I'm a crotchety old 36-year-old streamer, and I don't like the memes, so I banned them from my chat. You know what I mean? Like, it's one thing you bring in a meme, oh, what pasta do you prefer? I prefer a penne. Oh! Easy to eat. Oh! Is it stupid? Yeah, but I kind of understand what it is.
When you come in here talking about fucking Wendy's chili and sniffing fingers and, you know, charging $20 to turn the webcam on and, you know, shit that has nothing to do with me. I don't even know who the fuck you're talking about half the time. Of course, 95% of the time it's Wings of Redemption for some reason. All these stupid negative memes, I don't even know what the fuck any of them mean. I don't care about the fucking guy. But you guys are constantly bringing them up in my stream chat. I don't give a fuck about Wings of Redemption. Stop talking about them. But you see what I say? Like, I don't know how you expect me to know that. So I'm not a fan of other streamers. I don't watch other streamers, so I'm not going to understand the memes that you guys are bringing up constantly. Because I'm not part of them. Okay?
The god just tipped me $1 and says, here's $1 because you still think that money is the end-all and be-all when it comes to life. You'll find out the hard way. Phil has indoctrinated children who send him money, blatantly milking for money. It's a money pit. It's gone. Just gone like that. In an instant. Fucking gone. I just care about money. I just can't help it. I eBay. Contributions are mandatory, but I need your help. I am appealing directly to you. No decency, no respect, no common sense, no fucking maturity. Is the guy who just doesn't get reality.